Hey there, y'all. Bunkle here. So this video is part number part two of a pickup that I have done not too long ago on eBay. Now this is 1978 tops, and if you see the picture right here, as it says, it's over 1,000 cards, 1978. And if you see in that picture, there's definite reasons that I made sure to pick this up. First of all, it's 1,000 cards from 1978. And when I shop on eBay, I don't necessarily shop for this thing in particular. I might be looking for something, but I may find something else. And you know what? It might be worth it. So overall, this purchase, as you see, was somewhere between 30 and 35 bucks. The shipping costs I had combined with another order, so it was $9.95 shipping, not only for this, but for a couple other things that were in that box. And I didn't mention in the first video, the link down below, but the seller was gracious enough. Now, I've bought multiple things from that same seller, but they were gracious enough to add in some freebies. So I would say definitely if you can take a look at his eBay store. Definitely always has some great stuff there. Don't compete against me, please. I mean, I know we all want the great stuff, but save me some. How about that? Anyway, so let's go through these now. Part one of this video, and the link is down below. I went through a smaller box of these cards, and this is the smaller box right here. I got it along the side. And from that box, some of the great cards I pulled out of there. Got Earl Weaver manager card. Keith Hernandez, that's the early card of his. His rookie card was only 3 years before that. Pop Stargell. Dave Winfield. Sorry, y'all got interrupted there. Okay, so we got Dave Winfield, Hall of Famer. Tom Seaver, off-center, but otherwise really nice shape. Steve Carlton, Jim Palmer. Victory leaders, Gaylord Perry, Hall of Famer. Bobby Cox, great manager with the Braves. Hall of Famer Rod Carew. Willie Stargell, Pop Stargell there, that's great. Now there were multiple Stargell cards. Did I put both of them? Yeah, I think I started off with Pops also. If I'm not mistaken, there was a third and a fourth of those. Just those two are in the better condition. Got the Nolan Ryan with Phil Niekro, strikeout leaders. Eckersley. I still got to find out about that stain there to see if that's part of the legit card or if that's might be an ink stain or something. I don't know. These cards, I had all sorts of print aberrations and everything else. Willie McCovey and Bruce Sutter. I mean, when these cards came out, they were more, I guess you'd say, collector's value, hobby value, or whatever it might be. When 78 cards first came out, I was a kid. I don't think I remember any baseball card stores or local card shops or anything like that. I think I remember in the back of comic books you could order, certain baseball cards from certain years, and every once in a while you'd see them at a flea market or a garage sale or something like that, a yard sale. And some of the older cards, of course, were always going to be interesting. Your Mays, your Mantle, your this, your that. But the way I remember it is back then, you could pick up something nowadays might be $50,000 or $100,000. Back then, you were $5, $10, $20. During the 80s, I would say the hobby itself blew up, and I guess cards, baseball, football, basketball, they started really becoming recognized. Even the Honus Wagner, the T206. I remember hearing about that when I was a kid and wondering why somebody would pay. I think it was, at that time, it was $100,000 for the T206 or some crazy number that made no sense to me. But nowadays, if you do a comparison, yeah, it still makes no sense to me, but it is what it is, right? I mean, I'm glad. I'm definitely interested. And sure, I understand rarity and all of that, but still, some of the prices that people look for, and prices that they refuse, and because they think they're going to get more sometime in the future, it's really bewildering, but it is what it is. Anyway, so these are all 1978 tops. And as I mentioned in the first video, check out the link below. Condition on these is pretty good. I mean, they're not PSA 10s, and they do have, some of the cards do have their issues. I mean, you can see a nasty gum stain right there on Joe Sambito. But to me, these are great for a set starter. And again, at about 3 cents each, if possibly less. I didn't count the cards or anything like that. And this box here I have not opened yet. I haven't gone through. I went through the other box. Again, check the link below, down there. As far as the first video in this. But great picture, J.R. Richard. Castro, Warren Cromartie, Steve Rogers. Now, of course, the ad said that a lot of these would be commons, but there's Hall of Famers that were found, as you saw. Other great cards. I'm looking for team checklists. Bill Buckner. All right. Sad about him. Larry Heil. And considering that these cards are, well, 45 years old. Barry Foote. Yeah, the big old 70s mustache there. Frank Duffy. Being that they're 45 years old, again, and who knows what they've traveled or where they've been or whose collection or anything like that, I'd say, just thinking about it, if they were just in somebody's shoebox at home, these lasted the test of time pretty well. Bernie Carbo, okay, got a couple Carbo cards. Now, the good thing about these is if things are not going to go into a set of mine, and one of the ways I tend to look at cards, especially if I pick up a collection like this, Bobby Mercer, nice card there with the Cubbies. When I pick up a collection like this, Sandy Alomar, okay, well, he had a couple sons that definitely made a name in the major leagues. One of them in the Hall of Fame. The other one, you know, there's valid arguments for it. But with something like this, I tend to look for some cards that could be flipped out, especially if there's 2, 3, 4, 5 of them, whether the things are in team packs or nowadays COMC or some other way to flip them out and get other things so I don't have as many duplicates. I definitely look at that. And finding unmarked checklists from this era, it's not all that easy. On COMC, they're all something like $2, $3, $4 each. I mean, we used to mark these things up, so I mean, that's the only way you knew. Either that or you used some notebook paper and you wrote everything down, but who was really thinking about doing that, especially if you were a kid? That's the thing the adults did. I think most adults also wrote on the back of the card, not thinking that someday, you know, their handwriting would make the card worth less. All right, Charlie Williams, Paul Mitchell. Sorry again, it's another hectic day, hectic time at the Bunkle house. All right, Mike Ivey. Okay, I think I may have gone through these. I don't know, but I'm going to flip through them really quick again. And, I mean, to me, yep, I know for sure I did. Okay, cool. So I'm going to put those on the side. And I think I went through these as well. If not, well, sorry about this instant replay thing, but consider this a replay on a bad throw or something. Yep, nothing to put up on the wall. So yeah, as I was saying before, I mean, when even common cards from this set, if they're in good condition, you on a purchase like this, yeah, there's different ways you could slice it and dice it. And do I need 10 Dwayne Kuipers? I mean, he was a great player and all, but I don't think I need that. So if I could keep one for my set, put 1 or 2 into team sets, into team packs on the, you know, in my eBay store, and then put the rest out at and make a couple bucks on them, well, then that's great. It might take time, but it is what it is. There's always a different way to get something back and to make a little bit more, I think. I mean, the hobby is not all about Wilbur Wood pitch forever. It's not all about making money. It's the love of the game also. But again, when I buy out a collection, I have 4 Wilbur Woods. I don't think I need them. I don't think anybody, even Wilbur Woods, does not want. Now, why is he digging his nose? I don't think that's worth anything. Mario Soto. Steve Rogers. Ken Holtzman, Yankee card there. Nice card there. Of course, I say nice card, you know. Year the Yankees, just another one of those years. Pete LeCoq, another one of those years. Joaquin Andujar. All right, we got him and J.R. Richard. That's a couple ill-fated Houston Astros pitchers. Rupert Jones. Greg Minton, there goes that drawing card. I swear, that's not a picture. His face is drawn there. Henry Cruz. Henry Cruz is just too cool for school with again, those sideburns, that mustache, those shades. He looks like he's ready for vacay. He don't belong on the White Sox. Well, maybe he did. He belonged on the White Sox, yeah. They weren't the Yanks. All right, let's see what we got. Next pile here. And we're starting to get some really nice cards right here. All right, I'm going to put this here because I see some frapper cards there. All right, that Rod Carew, Dave Parker. Dave Parker should... Ooh, this is where the rookies start. Maybe I should save that until after. Yeah, I think I'm going to. George Foster and Jimmy Rice. You know what? I'm going to put these right here for right now. I'm going to keep this stack, and that looks like a bunch of rookies and other stuff there. I'm going to keep that stack on that side, get back to it a little bit, and go through these. Let the suspense set in. Roland Office, Champ Summers, Rick Auerbach, more Champ Summers, Gene Mauch, Elias Sosa, Lee May, okay, Jim Bibby, Manny Sanguignan, now with the A's, he was with the Pirates before that. Roger Freed, Doug Rader, Under the Radar, Terry Poole, Sandy Alomar again. He gets to be a Hall of Famer daddy. Kurt Bavacqua, winner of the Bazooka Bubblegum Champion, 1975 on the 1976 famous Topps card. I mean, that card people kept in really good condition thinking it was going to be really worth something. So there's so many more of that card in high grade than any other card from that set. And people collecting, you know, again, you've heard me say it in other videos, rip it, flip it, collect what you love. I guess people really love that card, and hey, you're always looking for that one thing that is going to be unique or you think is going to last the test of time, and it doesn't always do that. I mean, I have a whole mess of stuff that I picked up from different sales that people thought it might have been something at one time and ended up not being. So we got Ed Goodson, Woody Fryman. He looks like an actor also. I forget which one. Another Woody Fryman card there. Buzz Capra. Bill Campbell. Rance Mulliniks. Craig Swan. Good picture of him. Jose Cruz. Woody Fryman. Larry Cox. I'm going to just keep making fun of that. There goes another, again, Sandy Alomar. So again, why would I want 3 Sandy Alomar cards? Now, I would think that some of these cards might also be good to send out to get autographed. That's another possibility. Would never be bad to build up the personal autograph collection, that's for sure. I mean, I wonder how many of these people sign. I mean, 45 years ago, so if this dude was 30 in that picture, that puts him near 75. So yeah, they're going to be up there in the year, as they say, long in tooth, that's for sure. Kingman, all right. No, he had a lot of fans. Big-time power hitter, all-or-nothing type hitter. Kind of looks like an art card there also, like the Cubs hat is drawn on him. Which makes sense. That might have been because he changed teams in between seasons, so that might be kind of why he looks a little bit dazed and confused there. Another interesting thing, Ron Bloomberg. Interesting they did with players that were traded during the offseason. Then they wanted to show them in their new uniform, and they weren't no way to take a picture of them in their new uniform. So what do? You draw it on, or you white it out, or you do something. There was no way to Photoshop or anything like that. So you had to find a way with the antique tools to do something like that. Now, I know Kingman's not Hall of Fame, but I know that there's a lot of Dave Kingman collectors out there. He had a lot of fans. He was an all-or-nothing hitter. Either home run or strikeout. Classic that way. Moose Haas. John Urea, okay. Bibby, Duffy Dyer. Cesar Cedeno. Pepe Frias again. Manny Sanguignan again. Clay Carroll, Jose Cruz. Danny Ozark. All right, back again. Vita Blue, great pitcher with the A's. A's and other teams. I forget which ones right now. And sorry, I got interrupted again. Again, it's a busy day in the Bunkle house, that's for sure. It seems like there's another J.R. Richard there. There's somebody passing through my garage office here. Garage office. It's all one word. Like every 2 minutes or so. It's just wildness, I tell you. Wildness. All right, let's grab another stack of these. Moose Haas. So yeah, there's definitely a lot of dupes. And that's cool. I knew there was going to be. And there's going to be stuff to do with them. Maybe I'll make a big wallpaper or something. Going to make an art project. Gene Mock. Gary Alexander. Thad Bosley. He's got a very rich name. Rick Roden. Tom Verizor, okay. Frank Taveras, big-time stolen base person back then. Him and Omar Moreno, that's for sure. That was their combo. Pirates were about stolen bases often in the late 70s. I mean, sure, they had their big sluggers also, but you need somebody to knock them in. That's what, get them on base, and guaranteed pitchers are going to make a mistake on a pitch if they got somebody who's going to be stealing and getting into the scoring position anyway. So, Ron Say, all right, very cool card there. Another Verizor. Craig Swan, another Ron Say. All-star card there. John Stone. All right, well, that's another quick stack gone and done. Find a place to put those on the side. I'm just building up stacks and stacks of cards here right now. It's probably not the best place to do it. Now, I have another collection purchase that I'm going to be videoing shortly, and I have no idea because the size of the box of that one is really big, and there's multiple sets and everything, and yeah, there's kind of a prelude to it, I guess. But yeah, there's going to be sometime soon that I get to that also, so it's going to be in a different, I guess, environment. Okay, let's get these out of here. Just put that right there for right now. Dave Kingman, please watch that for me. Make sure everything's going to be okay. While I get these back into the box, I can make some space on my table. So yeah, going through the 78s, it's definitely a lot of memories. As I said before, I remember buying packs of these. And yeah, I am that old. So, I could definitely talk about those days a bit. And sure, it would be from a kid's point of view. And how much do kids remember and all of that, and what's their perspective? All right, we got Bill Robinson. And players that they might have thought were great. Might not have been all that great, but they thought they were great because they remember that one game that player hit that home run. And their dad was real excited, or somebody was real excited. Their dad, their older brother, or whatever. And that made them a legend in that kid's mind. I mean, Bucky Dent's home run. Sure, that was a big moment, big deal moment and all of that. But in the grand scheme of things, Bucky Dent was a decent shortstop. Was he somebody, if not for that hit, that anybody would remember? I don't think so. But sometimes it's that one hit that just keeps that person in memory. Would anybody really remember much about Bill Buckner if not for the ball that he missed? And he had a great career. I mean, some have put forward the argument that he was a marginal Hall of Famer before that epic flub in the 86 World Series. Marginal Hall of Famer. I mean, would he have gotten in? I don't know. All right, Amos Otis. I won't make fun of his name. It'd be pretty easy. Mike Torres. Lyman Bostock. Oh, Paul Russell. We saw Rick Russell before. Those, science teacher glasses on him. Oh, there we go. We see him again and again. Joe Rudy. George Mittenwald. Dave Garcia. Moose Haas. Eric Soderholm. Dude, that better be spring training. You look absolutely goofy there. Yeah, I think I'm going to look up and find out if any of these players sign. That might be something cool. Raleigh Eastwick. Ooh, all right. AL Championship. Yankees rally to defeat Royals. Nice card there. Mike Norris. Rick Cerrone. Roy Smalley. It's also interesting to see how many players from this generation, and I guess like any others, classic Big Red Machine manager there. Though he looks kind of like Leslie Nielsen in this picture. Sparky Henderson, 2 of those. Okay, I think I'm going to put that one up on the wall. It looks better condition. There was another Billy Buckner. Davy Lopes. I think I used to know somebody. I knew somebody. I don't think I used to know. I know for sure I knew them. That this person may have been related, although distantly to Davy Lopes. They weren't exactly sure as far as the family connection, Portuguese and all of that. All right, Darrell Cheney, Gary Lavelle, Paul Russell again, Grant Jackson, Manny Sanguignan with the A's there, and Ron Hodges. All right, so I think now let me get that one in the frapper. And now I'm going to be getting back that stack of cards that I put to the side a few minutes ago with all the rookies that look like a bunch of rookies, a whole pile of rookie cards in there. I wonder, because we didn't see a single team card, so that's probably where the team cards are also. So let's take a look at this little stack here carefully. All right, we got Matt Keogh. Not much on that one. Another Matt Keogh. Nope, nothing much on that one. Horndy, I think, is the only one that made something of himself there. Parker and Rod Carew again. All right, well, that's a frapperable card. No, it's got a big crease on it. Yeah, these are pretty nasty shape. Jim Rice. Well, you got another Yak card there. Raleigh Fingers. I'll frapper that one up. Ted Cox, he's got a crease across his face. Well, there we go. Jack Morris, rookie. Hall of Famer rookie card. That's sweet. That one's going to get frappered. I think I'm going to hard shell that one. Got a top load with your name on it. Yeah, there's no creases. Corners look pretty decent. All right, we have the Phillies, the Twins, and yep, unmarked, as mentioned, the Reds, the Indians, another Indians. All right. Blue Jays, the Braves, the Oakland A's, Pittsburgh Pirates. So many yellow uniforms. The Boston Red Sox. Now, that's pretty funny. You got 3 heads in circles over there. I guess you weren't there for the class picture that day. Okay, regular checklist. Tigers team card. The Twins. The Padres. San Francisco Giants. The Baltimore Orioles with one person's head in the box. Montreal Expos. Another Expos, another Expos. Another Expos, another Expos. The Chicago Cubs. Ooh, all right. We got another Jack Morris rookie. That's nice. Donnie Baylor, and we're wrapping this up with George Foster and Larry Heisel. So we got a few more cards to frapper up there. I from a Hall of Famer, or I guess value perspective, these Jack Morris cards, I think these are the complete icing on the cake. And there's not only one, not only 2, but if I remember, yep, there's only 2. Okay, so my memory's gone. All right, that's all good. I'll take 2 instead of none, that's for sure. We'll get these 2 in there. So there's 2 Jack Morris rookie cards in this. Very nice. Got the Raleigh fingers. Stay away from Yak Packs, y'all. I don't know what he was thinking. I mean, I even put together a better team pack than he did. And I charge a whole lot less. All right, there goes Jim Rice and George Foster. Big component of the Big Red Machine. And Jim Rice, great, great, great slugger. Rod Carew and Dave Parker, one Hall of Famer and one should be, but for whatever reason, he isn't. So that one's there. So anyway, so this is, as I said, over 1,000 cards, 1978. And I'm going to be putting together, one of these is going to stay in my personal so I can put together that team set. That I could put together the full 1978 set, that's for sure. I may end up flipping out the other one. We'll see. But yeah, no, this has been fun. This has been a lot of fun going through these. Again, this was a random, somewhat random pickup for what I consider a good price. Y'all can let me know in the comments what I consider a good price on eBay. Now, if this was a garage sale, flea market, yard sale, it probably would have been a whole lot less. But you know what? I didn't find it there, so I couldn't buy it there. You can't buy it where you don't find it. Anyway, so hope y'all enjoyed. You take care. Stay well. Stay blessed. Bunkle out.